Hi, this is Brenda Ruiz, and this is my strategic talk number 3. And I'm going to be discussing the NFL draft and how it pertains to research management initiative. And when I was researching the information on and how the NFL draft works, a few things really stood out to me. One was that the NFL has really thought about and really well thought out plan on how they can make the teams more even. And so it doesn't allow for one team to always be the winning team. And I thought that was really great. All the coaches, they have the same opportunity to draft the players that they want. Another thing that stood out to me was that the teams are not listed according to the best team to the teams that played the maybe had a harder season. There's always listed the team that lost. That I guess their stats are kind of according to how they played that year. So the team that lost the most, and then the next team below that, and so on and so forth until you get to the champions. They would be the 32nd team on the list to be able to pick. Now, the way that the draft works is that over 3 days, they have 7 rounds of draft picks. And so I hate to say the worst team, but the team that had the least amount of wins and the losing team would have the first pick of any football player that they want to draft. They would have first pick. And so what's really cool about that is that the first pick is actually worth 3,000 points. So with that 3,000 points, they could either choose their first pick or they can hang tight and trade with someone else that has maybe a later pick on that first round, and they could be able to accumulate more players to be able to fill in areas that they need for their team. And so the reason why that is a great plan for someone that maybe they have a lot of holes, they have a lot of needs, they can have more picks versus having one pick. And so over the 3 days, they have 7 rounds of drafting players. And I thought was really cool is that this allows for those that are viewing the football games every year to not really know what's going to happen with each season. And so I know that when I watch a movie, I don't want to be able to predict what's going to happen in the movie. And so with the same thing with football, people that are observing and watching games and going to the season games and going to buying season tickets, they don't want to know exactly what's going to happen. They might have an idea of what might happen, but for the most part, the popularity of the sport is not knowing what is exactly going to happen. It's the excitement of not knowing what's going to happen. And so, with that being said, resource management in the NFL, the way that they do it, there's strategic planning that goes into making up teams that are fair across the board. All right, so that's pretty much all I have for you as far as the NFL draft. I know that I learned a lot through it, seeing how it all comes together, because I really did never know that. And so, thanks a lot.